What do it do, YouTube? It's your favorite trio, Frank, CJ, and Tro. Back at it like a bad habit. If you want something, go grab it. YouTube, it's been a minute since I've been here. Good to be back. Frank, Tro, good to see you, my boys. How you guys doing, bro?
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Great. I'm
That
I'm
was
I'm
just
doing amazing.
that
Awesome.
was Tro. What you just sent me there was very funny. Yeah, I was reading something. It was a sports related joke that
Oh, okay.
Christian, you wouldn't get it.
Oh, try me. Try me.
Okay, well, the White Sox have been losing so horribly this year that Tro sent me a picture of like the White Sox, but instead it says lost socks.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
That's good. Hey, I got something at the end of the video, at the end of this review, I want to talk about. At the
Okay,
end. So,
okay. But anyway, oh, hold on a minute. Hold on, I ain't got the. Okay, hang on 1 second.
folks, if you're new to this channel, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, like this video, do all of that good stuff. And hey, Blue Moon this time, sponsor your boys, sponsor your favorite YouTube channel.
Yeah, well, anyway, the show that we are reviewing today is SummerSlam 1999.
1999.
So let's get
Man,
it.
I'm going to start off with the controversial statement here.
Okay.
Attitude Era, overrated.
No, no,
Yes.
not at all.
Yes.
Best
No.
era in the history of the country.
Let's fight about this one, Frank. Let's fight about this one, Frank. Because, listen, the Attitude Era had some good segments.
No,
Some.
no,
Hold
a
on.
lot.
Hold on.
What the hell do you got today?
Hold
what the hell
on.
do you got today?
Hang
Go
on.
ahead. Go
Let
ahead.
me talk. It had its moments. It had the milk truck. It had
It was more than
beer
just.
truck. It had um the Rock and Stone Cold brawling on the bridge. It had its moments, right? Mr. McMahon, Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of the greatest feuds of all time.
The greatest storyline of
One
all
of.
time.
One
The
of.
greatest.
One
The
of.
greatest storyline of all time.
One of. You only say that because Vince Russo wrote that. But anyway.
No, I say it because it's true. It doesn't matter who wrote it. But that's one of the reasons why I say Russo's the best writer of the history of business. Because he wrote storylines like that.
Well, so.
But anyway, let's get into the show.
Well, hang on, because this is the Attitude Era, right? SummerSlam 99. This is the Attitude Era.
One of the best shows of the Attitude Era.
But with all that being said, you got to remember that for every Rock and Austin match, for every Rock and Mankind match, which don't get talked about that much, but they really should because they were fantastic. But you also had Undertaker versus Big Boss Man, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania 15. You also had the Ministry of the Great Angle. Wait.
Yes.
Great Angle? Great
Yes.
Angle. You're telling me right here, right now, that
Oh,
the
yeah.
Undertaker hanging the Big Boss
I
Man.
didn't say great match. I said great angle.
No. But the angle of that match was the Undertaker hanging.
That was
Big
the
Boss
last
Man
thing. Yes, that was the last thing that happened.
And that's what you were talking about, right?
No, I was talking about the angle as a whole. What you saw on Raw.
Oh, okay. I see
that. Yes.
I did like that. I did like the way they incorporated some of the superstars when they brought them into the ministry, like the ABA and Edge and Christian, and that was cool.
Was a great.
That was unique. I like that. The ministry was unique, but looking back on it, it's like, what did they really accomplish? What did they really
It's
do?
not about the Attitude Era is not about accomplishments, not about fake accomplishments. It's about entertaining storylines. And that's what the ministry was. The whole thing with them abducting Stephanie McMahon, I will take that over anything you will see on a Raw or a SmackDown or a Dynamite or an Impact, anything you see on today's shit. I will take that Ministry of Darkness storyline over anything that you see today.
My other thing is, with the Attitude Era, there were a lot of wrestlers that were heel one week, babyface the one week, or babyface the next week, and then during a match they would split between heel and babyface. Like they would come out clapping the fans' hands like a babyface, and then they would do all kinds of heel shit. And they were getting booed. It's just like, what is the point of this character? What is this character supposed to be?
It's part of a dramatic storyline, having heel turns. Not everybody turned heel. A few people turned heel and went back to baby. It happened a few times. That's part of telling a dramatic story.
A dramatic story. But when
Yeah.
you're switching back and forth between heel and babyface, like Big Show and The Undertaker, they were a team. Were they good guys? Were they bad guys? I don't know.
They were heels.
1 week was helping them. The next week he was against them. I don't know.
Big Show and Undertaker was a heel tag team. And especially you would know that right here with who they're facing. They're facing Kane and X-Pac on this card. Kane and X-Pac clearly a babyface tag team. But X-Pac obviously turned heel, and that was to create another angle with Kane and X-Pac. And that was a great angle too. But anyway, let's get into this isn't about debates. Let's get into the show. SummerSlam 1999 review. The show opens with Jesse Ventura telling Triple H in China that the pinfall will take place in the ring. He tells that a bunch of times. He tells that to everyone all throughout this night. You'll see that throughout this night. Let me see something. What Triple H? Hold on. Let me get to that. Let me see something. Triple H told him he can make the rules, but he'll break them. Triple H will break them if he wants.
Yeah, DX.
Right, obviously. Yeah.
That was
Then we have
DX.
Yeah. Then we have Triple H waiting in the parking lot. Right. I heard you, yes. We have Triple H waiting in the Chris Jericho waiting in the parking lot for Howard Finkel. And Finkel comes up. He catches up Jericho. He apologizes for being late. And Jericho says, if you want your job, you have to be on time, Harold. He consistently was calling Howard Finkel Harold. He said, it's all about impact, Harold. And the segment ends with Howard Finkel saying it's Howard.
Now you're going to say Harold. Now you're going to do it, Frank.
Yeah. Next up, what do you guys think of those two segments there?
Jericho was entertaining, and I think Harold was a nod to his WCW security guy.
Yeah.
Or what was that guy's name?
Ralphus.
Yeah, Ralphus. Yes.
Never mind, I'm wrong.
No, you're right. That is.
Oh, that was a reference?
No, yeah. That's what it was.
Okay.
Ralphus, yeah. You're absolutely right. What about the Triple H Jesse Ventura in China segment at first?
I love Jesse Ventura, man. I love Jesse. I think he's a great character. Icy Cox says, "What's up, boys?"
Whoa! I would have read that. I saw that. I told you I was going to handle the chat.
Okay,
because of that username, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that because of that username. But go ahead.
Well, what's up?
That could be a troll. Yeah, if he's not a troll, what's up?
I think he might be from Dwayne's server, from his Discord, because Icy, are you from Dwayne's Discord, my chance, my friend?
Don't worry. I'm going to handle the chat here. Don't worry about this. I'll handle the chat.
Fine. Yeah. But yeah, I love Jesse Ventura. I think he's great. I think it's great that I know we don't talk about current events really, but I think it's great that he just signed a Legends contract here in WWE recently.
Icy said he is a part of Dwayne's chat.
Okay, yeah. That's probably No Name. Is that you, man? Is that you, No Name? Be honest. Dwayne is somebody we've had on this channel.
He knows. He knows. He watched. He was aware of you.
Man, Troy hasn't said 2 words to me at all.
He's a little tired because we did that first video.
First show that we've done together. All 3 of us have done together. Wow, how do you take I'm letting you speak, my dude?
He's gonna give his opinion next.
No, go ahead, Tro.
All right, go ahead.
I thought it was a good segment. It's
which one? There's
two of them. It's a play. Well, the Jericho segment.
Okay, you guys are both out of the Triple H Jesse Ventura thing was the first one. You keep doing it out of order. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, Triple H and Ventura had a good segment. It established like Ventura's not going to play sides. He's not going to be, I'm going to favor the heels. Even though I played a heel originally, he's gonna call it down the middle. He doesn't care how big and strong Triple H may say he is. He's gonna call it down the middle no matter what.
Obviously, okay. And the Jericho one, Jericho and Fink.
Yeah, the Jericho one was good. It was a nice reference to Ralphus from WCW. And Jericho had told a funny story about right before Jericho was going to WWE, Ralphus said, "So when are we heading up north?" It just confused Jericho because he didn't how did you learn all this terminology?
Frank, you said may he rest in peace. Are you talking about Howard?
Ralphus. Oh, Howard too. Yes.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I don't know if Ralphus died, but
he did. Jericho confirmed it on his podcast. Sadly, it never came out. It was like a while. He'd been dead for a couple months, and it didn't come out until Jericho. I can't believe he's been so long. Nobody about his shit like that. But anyway, next up, Intercontinental and European title, D'Lo Brown taking on Jeff Jarrett. I love what they did at the beginning here. So Jeff Jarrett comes out with Deborah, and Jarrett's like, you know what? Because obviously Deborah is so over that the crowd goes crazy for her, doesn't care about Jeff Jarrett. So Jeff Jarrett's like, get the hell out of here. They kick her out, get some heat on Jarrett. And then to get D'Lo Brown a big pop, they have D'Lo Brown come out with Deborah, and that was a good moment. D'Lo got a big pop there, and this was a good match to open the show. On a scale of 1 to 5, or dud to 5, I guess you would. I gave this 3.5 stars. Mark Henry actually turned on D'Lo Brown at the end here. So good little swerve there at the end. And what do you guys say? How about Tro go first this time? Icy Tro.
What? What's it called? I thought it was a fine match. I think the main thing was the turn at the end of the whole match with Mark Henry, because at that point they had been setting up that D'Lo Brown kept on trying to get Henry just to lose weight because he refused to lose weight. He made him fast. I don't think it was this time, but eventually JR is like, he's gone food crazy about Mark Henry.
Yeah. Is that all you got? Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I thought. So you didn't get this one at 3.5. I'm just going to give it a 3. But the angle at the end was really solid. Mark Henry, great. He's one of those guys that should have always been a heel. When he was a babyface, he was cool. But as a heel, my God, that guy, the world's strongest man. I destroyed people. He just destroyed people. And I did like the team of Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown, very underrated in my opinion.
Yes.
I think that guy was fantastic. I don't know if you guys ever saw his stuff in TNA, but
I did a little bit.
He had this is not a knock, because I promise this is not. He had a moveset that I would use for a creative wrestler, with the pop-up cutters and all that stuff, and the straight-out spine busters. I make those. I use those moves when I make my creative wrestlers, and I just thought that was cool. And he had a cool presentation. I can't ever do the head thing that he did, but it was just. I probably look retarded doing that, so I won't be doing that anymore. But I just thought he was cool.
And post match, you had Jared and Deborah hugging, and they're laughing because their plan obviously worked. So that was a good finish to that segment there. Edge and Christian interviewed by Michael Cole. They're talking about the upcoming match. Then that upcoming match starts, and it is the tag team turmoil match. This was, go ahead. This was an okay match. I give this 2.5. I will say this: Edge and Christian were definitely over.
Oh yeah.
This match. They had a little spot fest with the Hardys at the beginning, but yes, from that point on, they were rooting hard. The crowd was for Edge and Christian. But then the Acolytes came out and beat Edge and Christian, which kind of cooled the crowd off for the last two matches of the turmoil. But APA Acolytes get the win. I gives about 2.5. It was red hot when Edge and Christian was in, and nothing against the Acolytes. I love them, but yeah,
they weren't as exciting as the Hardys or the Dudleys, or I mean the Hardys or Edge and Christian. And the reason they weren't as I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the APA were not as exciting at this time as the Hardys or Edge and Christian, and the reason is they were brawlers. They just went out there and just beat the piss out of you. They were not doing the moves that the Hardys and Edge and Christian were doing. And I was also going to say real quick, Edge and Christian and the Hardys, for all of my valid criticisms about the Attitude Era being overrated, they were some of the best parts of the Attitude Era.
No,
I said some of. I didn't say the best. I said some of.
There is a lot I put over Edge and Christian and the Hardys. Edge and Christian as heels in like 2000, they were really entertaining.
That's what I'm saying. They were. I'm not saying they were.
Yeah, but you said
were the best.
You said with the Hardys though. You said with the Hardys though. That you're talking about like the ladder.
I meant and the Hardys.
You said and the Hardys. I would say Edge and Christian, yes. The Hardys, not so much.
Really?
Not that I hate the Hardys.
The Hardys. Okay, the ladder matches that they had.
Again, like I'm saying, the ladder matches are
some of the best parts.
Those are, I would not say those. Those are like some of the most overrated parts of the Attitude.
My goodness, Frank.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Frank. Continue. Tro, what do you think, bro?
Tro, what do you think about the tag team turmoil?
I think it was a good precursor to their to the later Hardys and Edge and Christian matches that we get for the foreseeable future.
This wasn't just Hardys and Edge and Christian though. This had a lot of tag teams. Yeah, you just mean that first part. That first part was.
Yeah, but it was a fine representation, I guess, of the tag team division at the time. Yeah. I feel like the Attitude Era's tag team division kind of tends to get overshadowed by just the three teams.
Yeah,
but you had Too Cool,
I love
New Age Outlaws,
TNA. Yeah, but the New Age Outlaws were there for maybe 3 years or 2 years.
They were still around at this point, though.
I love.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Too Cool was great too.
Yeah, turn it up, yeah. banging it. Hey, side note, I had the I don't know if you guys had it or not, but I had the WWF Music Volume 4 CD. I don't know if you guys ever had it.
I never had it.
On that song, they had Rikishi's "I'm a Bad Man," bad man, and they had Too Cool's "Turn It Up." Yeah. They also had the Rock Pie. I don't know if you've ever heard that song.
I've heard it. Yeah, I've heard it.
Okay, that one's fucking hilarious. I love that song.
I have both the Turn It Up song and the Bad Man song on the anthology set. It's on the Attitude Era disc.
Okay.
The anthology set, yeah.
They also had like China, "Don't Treat Me Like a Woman."
Also
Don't Treat Me Like a Man.
Yep, that's
They had Taz's theme. Also, they had Kane's theme.
It makes sense because that was released during the Attitude Era, so a lot of those songs that are on that set are on the anthology Attitude Era.
Yeah. Raven, they had Raven. Caw, 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 caw.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah, good. They had good choices for themes that year.
They did. So now we have Chris Jericho, and he's on the Lion's Den, as we have a fucking Lion's Den match coming up. And he cuts a promo saying he's disappointed that WWE has topped Raw is Bore with Summerslam.
Hang on, Frank. Can I say something?
What?
I'm going to go ahead and guess based on the way you just said the fucking Lion's Den. You weren't a fan of it.
I've said that plenty of times. I'm not a fan of like fighting style matches. I'm not a fan of. And I have they were doing something really good with Ken Shamrock, and I will get to that later, but they were doing something really good with Shamrock before this, and then they just all of a sudden now he's feuding in a Lions Den match. But we'll get to that later. So he's on top of the lines then saying he's disappointed that WWE has topped Raw is Bore with Summerslam.
Shame.
And the people who were conned into wasting their money for this pay-per-view, meaning the people in the crowd, Jericho mentions the boring, in his mind, boring list of matches on the card for the show. Nothing the worst of which is standing in the ring. He's still talking about the wrestlers pretty much, but he's like, all these horrible wrestlers, these boring wrestlers, and the worst of them is standing in the ring right now, and that would be Road Dogg, who was on commentary here.
I would agree with that.
I would disagree with that, but Road Dogg was on that of the worst people in WWE at this time would be Road Dogg?
Wrestlers or just entertainers or whatever? Because there's a difference.
Wrestling
Road
is
Dogg-
entertainment.
Road Dogg wasn't bad in the ring.
No? Okay.
Wrestling
No,
is
it wasn't that bad.
Maybe it's just because I can't name a memorable Road Dogg match, but maybe that's just me.
He did have a lot of good singles
Hey,
matches.
send your hate tweets to Tro on Twitter, by the way, folks.
anyway.
Did a good pump handle slam.
Yeah, where he did the air hump or whatever. Yeah.
There's more to wrestling than putting on great matches or whatever. But
No, I
anyway,
know there is. I know there is.
Anyway, like I said, he mentions the boring list of wrestlers and the boring list of the matches on the card, the people who are going to be on the card.
I didn't say boring.
I'm saying
sorry.
he did.
I'm sorry.
Jericho did.
I'm so
moving
sorry.
on in the show here.
I am so sorry.
Yeah,
Just
we're
ignore me.
moving
Just
on with
ignore
the-
me.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
drinking my beer over here. Just ignore me.
Jericho says none the worst of which being is standing in the ring right now, Road Dogg. He says that nobody cares about him. Jericho rips on Road Dogg a little bit for his stupid clothing, his Stevie Wonder hairstyle. He says something like, to be cool, if being cool means I got to wear stupid clothing and have a Stevie Wonder haircut, then count me out. That was
Right?
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Uh-huh.
funny. And Jericho noted that D-Generation X sucks, Road Dogg sucks, and now that Jericho is there to save the WWE, Road Dogg and others in the locker room will never bore these people again. Road Dogg says, "Why don't you shut up, bitch?"
Bitch. That seems like a popular word in wrestling these days. Bitch.
Yeah. He says, "I got two words for you, although I don't know if I want to say because I think you'll take me up on it." And he says, "Suck it." Road Dogg's music plays, and that's the end of that. And this is one of my favorite parts of the Attitude Era. These undercard matches, these undercard hardcore title matches.
I love the hardcore title.
Yeah, where they
Love
go-
that.
Yes, me too. Where they go all around the arena and shit. And in this case, in this match, they left the arena and went to a local bar. So this was a cool match. And again, like I said, Road Dogg was on commentary. Road Dogg followed them. He wasn't like in the at the table, although at the beginning,
Yeah, no, he went to like the bars and the pubs and all that crap.
he was on commentary at the beginning at the table. But once they started moving, he's like, "Oh, I gotta continue.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta go.
He
They're
watched
on the move.
He watched the match right there with a mic and commentated.
Props
Hardcore
to that. Props to that.
Yes, no doubt. Hardcore title, one of the most underrated heels of the Attitude Era, especially at this time. Big Boss Man, who is the champ here, taking on Al Snow. I love this match. I don't give it like a high rating, but 3 stars, still a good rating.
Oh, I'll give it a high rating.
Go ahead. I'll
4. I'll give it a 4.
Nice.
It was entertaining. It was awesome.
I
loved
agree.
it.
I agree. I'm not but there's other hardcore title matches, especially in this year, that I felt were better. But I don't hate this match at all. I enjoyed it. I love them going outside the arena, going to the bar and shit. But yeah, Tro, would you since you already gave what did you think, Tro? Trizzy?
I thought this was a pretty good,
Trizzy. Nice, Frank.
pretty good hardcore match. You got to remember, this is the start of the darkest side of Big Boss Man.
That's what I'm saying.
He hasn't cooked and fed Al Snow's dogs yet. To him yet. He hasn't done the Kennel from Hell match yet.
The Kennel from
And he
Hell
hasn't-
storyline. The Kennel from Hell storyline was great, but the match itself was very boring.
The
crowd
match was
just
pretty
didn't
horrible. It's because the dogs. It's because the dogs are too busy fucking each other.
That was
right?
one where it was that the one where they were in the steel cage and the dogs were on the
Yes.
outside?
Yeah,
And the
it was a
dogs,
steel cage within a Hell in a Cell.
the dogs didn't cooperate, but
I was going to say something else too, real quick. I do remember in WWE 2K13, they had the. I don't know if you guys remember. I said 2K13. It was just WWE 13. They had the Attitude Era story mode thing.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever played WWE 13.
I've never played it, but I've actually watched some of those
Okay.
Attitude Era things on YouTube. Some
One of the
other
things, one of the objective, or one of the matches was Road Dogg versus Chris Jericho, and one of the objectives of that match was, as Chris Jericho, you got to put the Road Dogg through a table.
Yeah, because they did that on one of the earlier SmackDowns. Where,
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
So when you mentioned the Road Dogg and Chris Jericho, my mind just went to that.
Joe, what did you think, Tro, of WWE 13 and a half?
I thought it was a funny game. It came
And
out
a
right
half.
after Hurricane Sandy.
Oh, yeah, Hurricane Sandy. Ironic you brought up Hurricane Sandy. The Bears were playing the Titans that week, and that's who we're playing this week. You bring that up.
You gonna bring another hurricane to us, Frank?
I'm not trying to do that. I'm just
Frank, don't do
Now we
that.
know who to blame. We have it on camera.
saying.
Funny enough, I just listened off topic for just a split second. I heard a Eminem song with LL Cool J that just dropped a couple days ago called Murdergram, and Eminem had a bar said, "I call that fucking hoe Katrina. Somebody give that bitch a or somebody give that bitch a cane, or somebody give that whore a cane, or something like that." Like Hurricane Katrina.
Play on words there.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, off topic for a second, but just you were talking about hurricanes, and then that popped into my head.
Yeah. Tro, what did you think about Murdergram?
About Murdergram?
Well, I like the first word.
Now we got Mankind and Jesse Winker. Wave hi to Jesse Winker, Tro. Mankind and Jesse Ventura, and Jesse just tells Mankind, no matter what, the pinfall has to take place in the ring. And then Mankind and Jesse Ventura share some a political joke. I literally called him Jesse Winker on purpose the first time. Then I almost called him Jesse Winker again. What do you guys think of this segment?
I'm not a fan of political jokes being used.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just not.
Yeah, me neither.
But then again, I'm also that guy that will laugh at a political meme. So I mean.
He was the governor of the whole state.
Yeah.
At some point, you're gonna have to make a joke about it.
Obviously, they were gonna. Yeah.
Hey, have you guys heard? Have you guys ever heard Karrion Kross doing a impression of Jesse Ventura?
I have. That video has popped up on YouTube.
Oh my god!
I never watched it.
Him and Will Sasso both do like a great Jesse Ventura, because when Jesse Ventura speaks, I'm just gonna say this, and when Jesse Ventura speaks, he's got that deep voice, and he just speaks just like this. And well, I was in the barracks in Minnesota. It's just
I
can't do it. But like,
Tro
just
does a good Jesse.
I live in the Baja.
Yeah.
I don't think my voice is deep. I don't think my voice is deep enough when I say it's
Mine's definitely not. So
okay, Tro, do your Jesse Winker impersonation. He's waving to the opponents.
Who is Jesse Winter? Am I missing something there? Is that a baseball player?
I don't know who Jesse Winter is.
I don't know who this Jesse Winter guy is. He sounds.
I know Jesse Winker. Is that who you were asking about?
Yeah, who is this guy?
Yes, he is a baseball player for the Mets. Jesse Winker.
So whoever the fuck you guys are, I'm out of the loop on that.
Yeah, like it's a sports joke, so obviously you're out of the loop. But yeah. Unless, you do watch football a little bit, but still,
I've been to a game. I've been to a football game. By the way, Can I talk about something real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry to go off topic again, but I don't even know if Tro knows this or not.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
You know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
I'm
about.
not going to talk about that story.
No, but I know what you're going to talk about. You're going to talk about.
I was recently at Raw this past Monday night in Denver, Colorado.
Right.
Before I went in, because I'm going to say this: the beer prices at the Ball Arena, $15 for a tall boy. A tall boy that you can get at the liquor store for $1, $2, $3, $4 is $15 at the Ball Arena. Go figure that one out, right? So before we left the house, my dad and I, we were like, let's just bring our own shit and we'll just drink in the parking lot. So we brought 6 beers, 3 for him and 3 for me. We got hammered in the parking lot. Then we went in, and our seats. Let me see if I have a photo. I think I might have shared a photo of how good our seats were. But our seats were like the 5th row, and we got lucky with our seats, man. I know my dad posted it. I'm trying to find one. Hang on, folks. Bear with us. I thought he didn't.
No, he didn't. I told you he didn't.
Frank.
I told you he didn't.
Frank.
You said he did. I told you he didn't.
Oh, okay, right there. He posted a photo of us doing a pregame selfie. Okay, he didn't actually share the photo. I thought I did. What the freak? Okay, well, our seats were like right in the corner there. Actually, I got my phone, so hang on a sec. Let's see. I'm just sorry to go off topic. We'll get right back to the show in just a sec, but let's see. There you go. Right, that's how close we were to the ring.
Interesting.
There you go. Yeah. And it was a really good show. We got to do the yeet. With Jey Uso. And it's funny because my whole section, when Jey Uso came out, everybody was up and doing the yeet, 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 and singing along and everything. And my dad's just standing there. No, I'm not doing this. No. Mm-hmm. It was hilarious. Back to this show. I'm sorry.
Okay, so next we have women's title. 2 of the most underrated performers of the Attitude Era from women's standpoint. Ivory is your women's champion, and she is taking on Tori. And this match, even though I said they are 2 of the most underrated female performers of the Attitude, the match itself was, it wasn't too special.
But the match doesn't matter, does it, Frank?
Not really, no. Because there's a difference between being a performer and being just a wrestler. Now, the match obviously does matter in terms of telling the storyline, yes. But in terms of, this looks so crisp. This little armbar, he put it in so perfect. No,
he did a 450 plancha, 630.
Yeah. Anyway, you definitely weren't seeing no 450 planchas in this match. But
damn, man, was Tori watching it.
Poor Tori, well, maybe not poor Tori, but at the end of the match, there was a little flip. Shout out to Lil Flip, but not him. It was they did a flip, and Ivory ended up like falling backside right into Tori, her like face, like. So Tori might have gotten hurt on that, but I give this 1 star. But again, Ivory did a lot of great stuff in the Attitude Era. The feud with Moolah and Mae Young was very entertaining. Tori being the how do you say, valet for DX a little later on. She was great in that. The whole storyline with when X-Pac and Kane break up, that's obviously over Tori. And then Kane rolling with Tori, that was a good little thing there. But I give this match 1 star. Tro, what did you think about this? Ivory versus Tori.
Well, I thought it was a good filler match, I guess. Just a way to get the girls on the card. not too familiar with Tory outside of the Tory Invitational Tournament
Yeah.
at No Mercy.
What would
Where,
be the if you shorten that and just go with the first three letters, what would you call that?
JR, it's still tit. I can say tit on TV. Puppies.
Terry Invitation.
I don't have to
Terry
call puppies
Invitation.
anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was Edge and Christian and the Hardys.
Yeah. And they faced the Hardys at No Mercy. Yeah.
Before
They never brought her out again.
Before we move on, I just want to say I forgot to mention post match after the hardcore title match. Al Snow ran back across the street towards the arena. He ran into Stevie Richards and Blue Meanie, and Al Snow just beat them up with crutches in the backstage area. So go ahead, Christian. What'd you think of this match? Tori and Ivory.
Half a star.
Okay. I don't do half.
Really? Well, I do half. I'm gonna do half.
Well, actually, I do half. So let me. I don't do like half star. I do halves like 3.5, 2.5. I don't do. Also, Dave Meltzer gets so crazy with it. He'll do like 1/4, 1/3, 1/4. I don't do like that.
If I can't do a half,
no, you can do a half. I'm not telling you can't do a half star.
I'm gonna do a half star on this one. Listen, I love Ivory. She's fantastic. I love Ivory. Tori, not that crazy on. She wasn't there for much. She wasn't there for a long time. She was there from. I liked her stuff with Sable. After that, she kind of just fell off for me.
She was only around for about a year, I think. She wasn't there in 01. I don't remember.
Yeah, no. I didn't even. You know what's crazy? I didn't even think that Deborah was there in 01, but she was. She was there in the segments.
She once gave the Alliance cookie.
Yeah. She was in the milk bath segment too. I think.
She was on that. Yeah.
So So I was wrong on that. No, this match I give it a 1. Or I give it a half. You know what I mean? It wasn't something like, oh my God, you got to go out of your way to watch this match. I'm so glad that women's wrestling has, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know if the word is elevated.
Elevate, please.
It's progressed. I'll say progressed.
It's degressed.
What do you mean it degressed?
It is absolutely degressed.
Frank, no.
There were stars back then. All those women that, they can't wrestle. They don't know a wristwatch from a wristlet.
It's not even about that, bro.
Then what is it about? It's about them being stars. They were absolutely stars back then. They were
getting 2 to 3 minute matches, and now they're getting like
who cares?
7 to 9 minutes at the very least.
They didn't need 7 to 9 minutes. They were stars.
Frank,
when Sable walked into the ring.
Let me guess. You love the bra and panties and the mud match.
I didn't say there's nothing wrong with those, but that's not even what the hell I'm talking about. When Sable walked to the ring, she was over. The crowd went nuts for her. Sable, I'm
not gonna lie and say that they didn't have their stars. Sable, China,
much
Luna,
bigger.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Luna was.
Whoa!
Luna was not a star. May she rest in peace.
Suna,
She was not
label. Okay, fine.
Suna.
I said Suna. Sable, Jacqueline, and who else did I mention? I mentioned
even Jacqueline. I wouldn't put her as like a
China.
Star. Yes, absolutely.
Sable, Jacqueline, China, Luna. They were stars.
There's
Corey and Stephanie. Too young.
Stephanie was a star. Yes, she doesn't matter how old she was. She was
no, because she didn't even come out till what?
She was around at this point. She's on this show. She was in part of one of the best angles on this show.
I'm sorry,
building up to the show.
Frank gets a hard on for the Attitude Era. I don't.
It's the best era in the history of the business.
No.
Yes, it is.
Tro, what do you think
about the Attitude Era?
I like the Ruthless Aggression era more, but the Attitude Era is still good.
I like I like the early Ruthless Aggression because they were still doing those type of storylines.
Ah,
Icy says Jerry.
But yeah,
We're not fighting. We're not fighting.
No.
It's a debate.
It's a debate. It's a respect. You should see how Frank and I debate off camera. It's way worse.
And those still aren't even. It's not hate. Just because
It's not. We start off the cover when Frank and I talk almost every single day. We do video chats almost every single day. When we start off saying "F you." Do we not?
No, I don't think we start off jokingly, like not always "fuck you" or anything like that. It's just jokingly hate. Like it could be.
No. I don't mean it seriously, but just like, hey, what up?
No,
like,
I'm
we don't
saying
get into it really quickly. Like,
I'm saying we don't say that. We sometimes we may have said that, but sometimes it's
why no shows together for so long? You know, truth be told, I see. This is on me completely. This is not on Frank or Tro. This is just on me. I am completely lazy, and I just have not been motivated to be doing videos. And when Frank hit me up today to do a video, I was thinking, you know what? I really need to get back onto my podcast grind. And so, because I haven't been doing it for a while.
Let me just say something.
It has nothing to do with Frank, and it has nothing to do with Tro. Go ahead.
Let me just say something real quick, and I don't mean to disparage you or anybody. I'm not trying to do that, but why?
Yes, go ahead.
Why do you get lazy just for sitting in front of a camera just talking? What's the lazy? This isn't a job.
I guess lazy is like a.
This isn't a job. It's not like we're going to some
lazy. I guess lazy is a bad word for it. I think unmotivated would be a better word. Does that make sense?
What's even the motivation? Like I don't see why there's some motivation. We're literally just sitting in front of our computers.
I know.
No.
I know. It's just. It's on me. I just get this feeling.
There's nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with
this.
See, I never feel. I never necessarily.
Yeah, no.
We're just talking in front of.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
Anytime you don't want to do a show, me and Tro will handle it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, and you know, I see also. I did the Eminem. Reaction, the album reaction, the Coup de Grace, Death of Slim Shady album, that went totally wrong in all the horrible ways. And after that, I was just like, you know what? I just lost my edge, and I had to take a break. I had to be like, you know what? I failed here. It's okay. I got to recollect myself, and I'll come back. And then a while went by, I hadn't come back, and a while went by, and I hadn't come back. And then over the past week, I was thinking, I need to come back. And Frank hit me up today saying, hey, Troy and I are doing Summerslam Monday night tonight. You want to join?
Well, the thing is, because I said that, but the reason why I said that is because when we announced that we were doing the Road to Vengeance, you said right away, you were in the comments, and you comment, I'm not going to be a part of that. And we literally just finished the Road to Vengeance yesterday. So
I had a bad attitude about it also, and it's all on me. I'm gonna say everything that I haven't done has nothing to do with Frank or Tro. It has everything to do with me. And there was never bad blood between the three of us. I still love Frank. I still love Tro. We're still homies.
Absolutely.
Obviously we're still homies. We're here right now. We're talking. I think if there were issues, they would have, something would have happened and whatever. But it was on me, and I got lazy, and then I got complacent with being lazy, and yeah. I like the XFL video. Not gonna lie, neck to navel, baby. Whoa.
I think wasn't there some type of story on the XFL video where one of the was it Matt Vasgersian?
I don't know if it was Yeah. It was Matt
he-
where like he was told like, "Hey, get a shot of that cheerleader, neck to navel."
yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So anyway,
Back to
uh,
this show.
yeah. Well, before, like, anytime you don't want to do a
Frank,
show,
you got comments. I was reading comments again. I'm sorry. You got those.
yeah, I got them. Don't worry about that. But anyway, oh, what the hell was I gonna say? Oh yeah, anytime you don't want to do a show, don't worry about it. Me and Tro got this held down, you know.
Yeah.
And the one thing, like I said, we're not adding shows to the FNC wrestling review, retro wrestling reviews yet because we have so many lined up. But
Yeah.
you guys, the CNT series, you guys got to line something up. It's Tro's turn too, I think, because he did that. You guys, you picked Christian, you picked the XFL thing, even though that really wasn't a part
Bro,
of that.
what are we
that
reviewing
wasn't
next, bro? You and me. What are we reviewing next?
I'll have to think about it.
Okay. We can talk
Okay,
about
let
that
us
at
know
the
at the end of the episode.
Yeah, we can talk about that at the end of the episode anyway. Even though that XFL was like a different, because that wasn't a show review, so that really wasn't a part of that series. But it was you two together. But anyway, moving on to the back
I
to
thought
the
that was
show.
our weakest show, to be honest.
Yeah, it seemed like you guys had nothing to talk about.
Not really.
You tried to make it like a wrestling video. It wasn't a wrestling video. It's a football video. Neither of you watched the original XFL. What were you there to talk about? This is the thing. We're not Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson. We're not giving you that type of, oh, we were there, so we're going to tell you what happened. We're not that. We're just giving our
We're not
thought.
Eric Bischoff in 83 weeks.
Them too, but I'm saying this because I said Pritchard because they're the ones that did an episode. But we're not them. We're not giving you a pull back the curtain because we weren't there. We're literally just here to give our opinion on a show.
Facts.
So there was really no reason to do an XFL video. But anyway, because neither of you watched the XFL. But anyway, moving on. Rock interviews Michael Cole backstage. Rock took the microphone and spoke about how he didn't care about Billy Gunn's.
You want to rephrase that?
What? Want to rephrase what?
Rock interviews Michael Cole.
I fucked up. He was interviewed by Michael. In fact, but anyway, Rock took the microphone. He said he doesn't care about Billy Gunn's surprise because earlier in the show, as I forgot to mention, Billy Gunn came out with somebody covered in a little blanket covering who it was, so he didn't see.
Oh, this match. Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
And Rock said that every Rock fan is going to stand on their feet and chant Rocky for him. The millions of Rock fans are going to chant his name if you smell what the sock is cooking. And then Billy Gunn had somebody walking with him. Oh, wait. That should have been... there's no way that came for... Oh, maybe Billy Gunn actually did say he had a surprise earlier on, but I thought that was what. So Billy Gunn actually does have the person walking with him in this segment right after it. It's covered up, so obviously nobody sees who it is. What do you guys think about these two backstage segments here?
I think you got your stuff mixed up, bro.
No, I should have read to realize that was next. But what do you think about the segments themselves?
I know what's coming up, and boy, let's just get to it. That's my thought. Let's just get
to it. Tro, what did you think about these two segments?
Well, I think it's great to see Cole in. It's so great that The Rock took time out of his busy day to interview this random 1999 ass Michael. So Cole, what is it like to be commentating on SmackDown?
Tell me, what are your thoughts going into your match with Billy Gunn?
So Cole, what do you think? What do you think you're going to be doing in the next 35 years?
Oh no!
Anyway,
nice frosted tips.
Yeah.
Nice frosted tips.
Anyway, we have a Lions Den match. Ken Shamrock taking on Steve Blackman. Now, I like the build-up to this match, but just what they were doing with Shamrock and the higher power where McMahon was essentially using him, trying to help find Stephanie. They were using him to try to get Stephanie away from the Ministry of Darkness. That was a great little angle, and to have him all of a sudden now he's just wrestling a freaking Lions Den match. But what they could have done was he's got to get his revenge now on Mr. McMahon, because obviously Mr. McMahon, that was a whole ploy to reveal that obviously he was the higher power. He's the guy who's running the Ministry of Darkness. So obviously Stephanie McMahon she was in danger, because I think it was revealed like Stephanie didn't know. And that's why like Linda McMahon came out and was all pissed off, and she said, okay, well now Austin's the CEO. But anyway, you could have had Ken Shamrock feuding with Mr. McMahon in some kind of way. But obviously the problem is when you put somebody else in a main event feud, when you already have all these main event guys, obviously you're not taking Austin down a peg and having him do undercard, like not undercard, like semi-main, like
Yeah.
So he's the guy who's always feuding with McMahon.
He's the bread and butter.
And he's the guy who's always feuding with McMahon at this point. So they're not about to switch, and that's the problem with it. I understand it. You're not going to take your number one guy, and but I get that. For the match itself, I just give it 1 star. What do you guys think about this?
It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool to see Steve Blackman and Ken Shamrock together in a match, because I think they could have a better match if it was in the ring. It's kind of limited them a bit, in my opinion.
I think this was a better Lions Den match than Owen Hart versus Ken Shamrock.
I wasn't really a fan of either one of them. I'm not a fight guy. I'm not a fan of fight sports. So that's what they were trying to make this out to be, and that's one I wasn't a fan of it. Next up, Kevin Kelly interviews Tess, and Tess just walks by all serious. He's like, time for talking's over. And that's what leads us to the match of the night, a Greenwich street fight between Shane McMahon and Tess. This was one of the better angles going on at this time, where Tess was about to marry Stephanie McMahon, and obviously Shane was the protective brother. Even though Shane really the heel here, and obviously Stephanie McMahon's a babyface, but still it makes sense. They're brothers and sisters, so obviously Shane wants to be that protective brother, and they still did it in a heel way, because like they had Shane rolling with the Mean Street Posse's jumping test and all that. So normally in a storyline like this, the protective brother's the baby face, but essentially the thing is Stephanie doesn't need to be protective. She loves Tess. And so this was a great storyline, and the match of the night, in my opinion, I gave it 4.5 stars. I loved how the Mean Street Posse came out. There was a freaking couch right in the front row. Mean Street Posse comes out. They're all beaten up. I think Tess had beaten the hell out of them before on the Raw before this. So they were all battered up, but they come out, sit on a couch that's literally right in the front row. And I believe, Tess obviously gets the win. 4.5 match of the night. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Sean. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, go ahead, Trevor.
I thought this was a.
Go ahead.
I thought this was a fine match with a good storyline. I just always find it funny how it's freaking you gotta do this in order to get so-and-so's love.
Right.
Like even in the freaking what was Death Do Us Part match?
Yeah.
Summerslam in 04. It's like
we were covering that.
If Kane wins this match, then he gets to marry Lita. It's like what? And this is if Test wins, he gets Shane McMahon's approval. Like first of all, you don't even need your brother's approval.
Right.
Per se. Like, oh, you didn't get your brother's approval. You can't marry.
Yeah. So I enjoyed the match. I thought it was the match of the night. So what do you think? Well, obviously, was this your match of the night? I guess I'll ask you that. But if it's late. No, I'm talking about Tro first.
Oh.
If your match of the night is later, don't say it. But was this, or do you disagree?
No, it wasn't my match of the night.
Okay. Now, Christian, what did you think about this match? What did you think of this match?
This was my match of the night for sure.
Okay.
That bump that Shane took off of that, or no, that was Steve Blackman.
That was next year.
Yeah, that was
I don't really
2000.
remember this one then.
This is a street fight. This was
Yeah,
really
no. But see, my thing, my thing about street fights is there's the Greenwich street fight, the Chicago street fight, the Philadelphia.
It doesn't really change anything. It's just we're here, so we call it that type of street. Or in this case, they're from Greenwich. Shane is, so they call it the Greenwich Street Fight.
Oh wait! Did Tess jump? This is the one where Tess jumped on Shane, right?
It was Test versus Shane in a street fight, Greenwich Street Fight. Yes. And Mean Street Posse is sitting front row in.
Yeah, they got involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember this now. 3.5. I thought it was really good.
Okay.
By the way, hey, Pepsi, sponsor your favorite YouTube channel.
Anyway, tag titles now. Kane and X-Pac taking on Undertaker and Big Show. Again, I was a big fan of Kane and X-Pac in 1999. I love the underdog.
Yeah, I know you were.
I love the underdog story with X-Pac. And then, as I've said before, too, I love the breakup in 2000 leading to the 2000 feud. But at this point, they are obviously still a tag team. They're going for the tag titles here. They're defending their tag titles here against Undertaker and Big Show. I really enjoyed this match. The crowd was into it from feels like start to finish. They were red hot. Give us 4 stars. What do you guys think of this?
This is what I was talking about.
Heels
1 week, baby faces the next week. Who are you supposed to root for? Who do you root for here?
When was Kane and X-Pac ever heel at this point?
Kane was a heel like every other fucking week.
No,
dude.
not in 1999. Not at this point. He was a babyface rolling with X-Pac. He absolutely was the babyface. Kane and X-Pac was
I'm watching all the wrong clips or whatever or something, but he was like a heel 1 week and a babyface the next.
No, I don't remember Kane being a heel, and he may have been doing heel things. That didn't mean he was a heel. Kane and X-Pac were a babyface tag team, and obviously they were building to the eventual breakup. So obviously Kane and X-Pac at this point were having their differences, but they're still the babyfaces here. That's building up to the eventual breakup, that they're having their differences, and it also led to more of a feel-good story where X-Pac would always be like, "Oh, we may have our differences, but this is my guy, the big guy."
There's a reason WWE glosses over this Undertaker Kane stuff in their documentaries.
Because the 1997 storyline was one of the best storylines they've ever did.
And this wasn't that.
This Kane and X-Pac was a great tag team, and they did some great stuff with them. Whether it involved
when they broke up, the feud went on a little too long, though, for my liking, at least.
Nah, I think they did some good stuff.
I think it went on maybe a match or two, a little bit longer than it probably should have.
Nah, I disagree with that.
Because it also, you can't forget, like, they had like a few UK pay-per-views there too. So
that's true. Well, I don't really
sprinkle those in.
As far as the match, I'm gonna give this 2.5 because
I don't really count like the UK pay-per-views because those aren't a part of like the main storylines, even though they may have a match. But those UK pay-per-views are something totally different as it pertains to the 12 pay-per-views.
The UK pay-per-views are nothing more than just fan. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, for the UK, that's essentially what it is.
Yeah, I'm looking for a specific word. Fan. I'm gonna look this up.
Service.
Guys. Fan service. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing wrong with some of them are really good. I love the No Mercy UK pay-per-view from '99. That was a really good one.
I like
night only.
I like the Capital Carnage from '98.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Do you remember what the main event was of '98?
I'd have to pull the VHS out. I don't remember. I know you guys recovered it though.
It was Undertaker versus Mankind versus Stone Cold
Nice.
versus Kane.
Nice.
Mhm.
So now we
Well, you
have.
know this
Oh,
pay
go
per
ahead.
this match is actually significant in the Undertaker lore, as this would be the last time that we see the Dead Man Undertaker until 2004 on pay per view.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
true.
Because after this he was going to be in that 6-pack match, but then he got hurt.
He got hurt.
Comes
Yeah.
back the next year as the American Badass, and I mean,
So
this is even this is pretty.
Badass. Watch me
Yeah.
get. You can roll with Rock, or you can suck my.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah,
You just started
even-
singing over Drew. Like what? Go ahead. Go
But he
ahead.
mentioned Kid Rock. You can't.
even I mean, even at this point, he's not really necessarily Dead Man Undertaker, but he's dead adjacent Undertaker. He had that freaking stupid that promo with Big Show. Was like, oh, we went out to the desert and Big Show killed the snake. We had to walk.
That's where Jericho debuts, and he kind of gets a little
Yeah.
hit because he makes fun of that. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Who?
Tro. Tro was the one who was talking.
Oh, go ahead, Drew.
I mean, I thought the match itself was fine. It was good for what it was. It was used to continue the Kane and X-Pac
Yeah.
storyline.
Yep.
It just so happened that the Undertaker and Big Show were the tag team opponents at this point.
Yeah.
And I think it was Taker was put with Big Show to
Yeah.
help him train, because as it turns out he wasn't very good in the ring.
Right. What was I gonna say now? Oh yeah, Undertaker being written off TV too was kind of funny. It's like out of nowhere, he's in a backstage segment on SmackDown. He's like, "I'm leaving." It's like, wait a minute, what? He's leaving. He's like, "See you later. I don't want to
Peace
put
out."
up with this anymore."
See you at Judgment Day.
Yeah. So anyway, now we have Jesse Ventura, who again he's telling everybody involved in Triple Threat, like the pinfall has to take place in the ring. I don't care if you beat the hell out of everybody on the outside, but it has to take place in the ring. So
Right.
Ventura lets
Yep.
Austin know that, and Austin don't give a shit. He just walks away.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura's like, "Where you going? Oh, Austin, where are you going?" So now we have Billy Gunn versus The Rock in a Kiss My Ass match. It was a good match for what it was. It was nothing too terribly special, so I gave it 3 stars. There was no need to involve. Obviously, the reason why they involved the lady was because there was something going on before this where Billy Gunn was like making fun of The Rock, and like they were showing a big woman like walking on the Titantron and saying like that's The Rock or something. I don't know.
I thought she was. So where I'm looking for, God damn it, why am I losing these words? A symbol for like the fat lady is saying or whatever.
Yes, that too, yeah. Yeah, I thought this was a good match. 3 stars. Although I could have done without the woman's the kiss my ass stuff. But what do you guys think about this match?
There's a reason Billy Gunn was not a main event level superstar. This match is it. No disrespect to him. He's a good worker. He's a good hand in the ring. But as a main event athlete, he's not that level.
A match is not going to make you or not main event in any way. Yes, you pretty much did. You just said the reason why he wasn't a main event is this match. Just because this the way this match happened, that doesn't.
It wasn't just a match. It was the way he was presented in the
way
build
you're
to the match.
The way he's presented in the build to the match is not going to make him a star or whatever. It's
Oh
how
my
you
God.
present yourself in the ring, not how
He did not present himself as a star.
He wasn't a star.
Exactly.
He was a good wrestler. That doesn't make you a star. Being a good wrestler does not make you a star.
I feel like we're agreeing that
Jerry,
that's all you need. You just need to go out in the ring and do cool flips, and then you're world champ the next week.
No. But just he missed.
I'm saying the way
his
you
character. I'm talking about his character.
What was so wrong with his character?
Nothing. It just wasn't a main event type character.
I
It
agree with
was
that,
like
but
the
then,
Road Dog. It was like the Road Dog. It's a
but
good little side character
I agree with
to
that.
a
I agree
Triple
with that.
H.
But you
Like,
explain that way too long. You're making it sound like the match itself and how he was written in the match is the reason why he never became a star. He was never going to be a star. He didn't. He looked good, yes.
they tried. They tried to make him a
They
star.
tried. I understand why they tried because he was very entertaining with New Age Outlaws and
He was
stuff.
great with the New Age Outlaws, but on his
Yeah,
own, it was
because he wasn't a star, obviously.
yeah.
But you said it like, oh, the match and the
Okay.
way he
I
was
didn't mean it like that.
portrayed in
Now
the
that now that
match.
I've explained it, now we're good.
Right, yeah. No, I agree. His character, he
Okay.
wasn't going to be a star.
Yeah.
Obviously, at the same time, too, when you got Austin, Triple H,
The Rock,
The Rock,
The Undertaker.
Undertaker, yeah, when those are your big four, and like I said, the whole thing with Ken Shamrock, why
And
they
you got
he
and
didn't,
you got Mankind and Mick Foley underneath them, or Mankind and Mick Foley, Mankind and Kane underneath them.
underneath, yeah, the secondary guys were great too. Even the undercard guys were great, but nobody was going to come up. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I was talking about with Ken Shamrock too. The reason why he stayed down and did that Lions Den match is because they weren't about to up him to the main event and like take time away from Austin or Triple H or Undertaker. Like that was not about to happen, or Rock.
Right.
That was not about to happen. And they try. You're gonna try with people, but when you have a main event that's that good, somebody like Billy Gunn isn't just easily gonna slip in. And just because he wins a couple of matches doesn't mean he's all of a sudden a star. But even it's gonna be hard to become a star when that's your top four.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a good match. Tro, what did you think about it?
I mean, it's tough because Billy Gunn just came off winning King of the Ring,
Yeah,
and his first feud is with The Rock. And Billy Gunn's decent on the mic, but he's coming against peak Rock here, so
yeah,
like calling him fucking Billy Bitch Cakes
yeah.
during the build. It's like this guy is the King of the Ring. Why are you saying this stuff? This isn't helping him get better fan reaction, guys. You're doing more harm than good. But at the same time, having a match with The Rock, who had just main event at WrestleMania, that does help elevate
It's,
his status in the ring even
it's
more.
Rock.
He lost, but it's The Rock. He just made event at WrestleMania.
It's
True.
Rock's stick though. He does that with everybody. That's
Yeah,
True.
but
Go ahead,
True.
let Christian say.
True. You talked about Billy Bitch Tits. That is whatever. The best promo between these two is the night after King of the Ring or whatever. The Rock comes out and he says, "Billy Gunn, you pray to God, and you said this. Go, dear God, my name's Billy, and I just won King of the Ring. But there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck." That promo right there, chef's kiss.
that's
whole
also where
thing, I'm not
where he
I
started
am
the
not.
"It doesn't matter."
I am not gonna. Yeah. Oh dear God, or Bob. But my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is. I put that above Billy Bitch Tits any day. I'm sorry.
No, but the thing with The Rock's stick, his stick is he'll say horrible things to his opponent. The problem is, at least with this one, you're trying to also build up Billy Gunn as he just won King of the Ring. You're trying to get him like, oh, maybe one day he will compete for the title. And when The Rock literally the next night is saying the stuff that he's saying is kind of like, oh well, you just gave him the King of the Ring. Well, I mean, what are we really doing here? Still, it was a good. This was the era of The Rock before he regained his main event status, where he was like
Yeah.
wrestling Al Snow on pay per view at one point. Good
Was
feud,
that
good
a
feud
pay
still,
per view?
but
I don't think that was a pay per view. I think that was just a
no, that was a pay
SmackDown.
per view.
The Cage.
I don't know if it was a cage, but he definitely faced Al Snow because Al Snow.
I don't think he ever wrestled
Al-
Al Snow. I remember he did wrestle Al Snow in a steel cage match on SmackDown. I don't think that was ever a pay-per-view. I saw that match
I don't
on
think
a
so.
video on a VHS I had.
There was a tag match. Is that what you're thinking of? Armageddon '99. I think that involved.
Maybe that.
Let me
Maybe
see.
that's it because I know that it all started because Al Snow got jealous of Mankind hanging out with The Rock, so
Yeah, and
Al
that's what, yeah,
Al threw away the book
yeah.
and blamed it on The Rock. And
That was Armageddon. That was building up to Armageddon '99. I think that's what happened. It was a tag match. We covered that show too. Let me look at this here.
and then when The Rock first heard Al Snow's name, he's like, Al, you want The Rock to team up with Al? See that worked because they weren't trying to build Al Snow up as a fucking star though.
Al Snow actually worked dark on this. Let me see. Yeah, no, they faced the New Age Outlaws on Armageddon '99. What would it be? It's not No Mercy because No Mercy faced out Val Venus, which that's
Might have been
where
a UK. Could have been a UK show.
maybe it was a UK show, but obviously you're gonna get stuff like that on a UK show.
He still had a storyline around it though.
Yeah, and that was great. Obviously, everything back then had a storyline involved in it.
Yeah.
Um,
Except for Big Show randomly appearing in the triple threat match in '99.
well, that
Survivor
is
Series.
the reason why that happened. Besides the fact that Austin got ran over and they wrote him off TV, Big Show was the next guy up because it made sense. Like he's going through all this hell that Big Boss Man is putting him through, which that was a great damn.
Al Snow had his dog eaten.
Yeah.
He had to eat his own dog.
They
Where's his title match?
They weren't about to elevate.
But where's his title match? He had to eat his dog. The worst thing that Big Boss Man did to Big Show was just drag his dad.
Yeah,
Where's my daddy? Who was my dad?
That's the worst. They made fun of that dad. But the thing is, he got elevated to that match because it made sense to have now his feel good moment where he wins the title, and after all the shit that Boss Man put him through, now he's the champ. And then they did the blow off at Armageddon that we just mentioned, where Big Show just beats the hell out of Big Boss Man. That was done so well.
Yeah, and then he drops the title to Triple H. He gets screwed over in the Royal Rumble, and then they boo him. Like, obviously, I have evidence that you won.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, let's finish this up. I gotta go eat food.
Okay. Main event time. The triple threat for the world title: Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and Mankind. This was a good match. I gave it 4 stars. After the match, Mankind won. And then after the match, Triple H kept beating Stone Cold's ass with a chair, hitting him in the leg and stuff, so injuring him, building up to their eventual No Mercy '99 match. That was a great match. But yeah, I'd give this 4 stars. What do you think, Tro?
Is it obvious that at this point Austin is literally hanging on by a thread?
Yeah.
He's like my neck is fucking hurt. I don't want to put Triple H over. I will put Mankind over. But damn son, I cannot take many bumps on my head. Yeah. And then he gets tangled up in the ropes.
Yeah,
Triple H. Damn, Triple H, save my ass. I don't want to be out now.
Yeah.
I'd probably give this a 3.5. It was good. Great storytelling. Mankind winning the title again seemed random, but I'm here for it. And because Mankind was a great guy and he deserved the success. So
overall ratings, I give this 9.5 out of 10. I put in the description that this is one of the better pay-per-views of the Attitude Era, in my opinion. I put this right up there with Survivor Series '98. I give this a 9.5 out of 10. What do you think, Tro? Overall rating?
I give it about a 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 7. Okay. Solid show.
Okay. So we're all in agreement.
It was one of the better shows. Yeah.
Yeah. So The next show we were going to be reviewing, hopefully we're going to knock a lot out of the way this week because we have so much lined up. But we will not be announcing what the shows after what we have lined up until Unforgiven 01 because that's the last show. But the next show we're going to be doing is the November 29th, 2004 edition of Raw. That was when Randy Orton was GM and Melina made her debut. I'm a big Orton fan. I'm a big Melina fan. So I love this Raw. And the storyline with the world title made this a really good Raw too. Then we're going to review after that one of Tro's first shows, right? Was this
literally the first show I ever watched? The thing that got me hooked.
first show. So we've already reviewed my first show. Now we're going to review Tro's first show.
I wish we could review my first show. I can't remember what my first show was.
Okay. The December 5th, 2005, December 2nd, 2005 SmackDown. After that, we will head into the road to WrestleMania 15. And like I've said before, we're going to be skipping over the Royal Rumble because we covered that. We will be skipping over the February 13th edition of Raw because we covered that. But otherwise than that, anything Raw, SmackDown, and then as well as the pay-per-views, we'll be covering in that little run. We'll be covering both St. Valentine's Day Massacre and then obviously WrestleMania 15. But we will also cover the halftime heat match, and we will cover that before whichever show was after that. So we're gonna start that show with the halftime heat review, and then we'll just go into the show. And then after that, the last thing we have lined up, we're not lining up anything until we get to that pay-per-view, and that's going to be the Road to Unforgiven 2001. And we will be skipping over the 9/11 show on SmackDown.
We've already done that.
September 13th. Yeah, we skipping over that. There was no reason to cover it in the first place, but we did cover it. So we're skipping over that.
And Tro, what show are you and me going to review? You had a while to think.
Go ahead, yeah.
SummerSlam 2010.
Okay.
All righty, we're going to do it. SummerSlam 2010. That's the Nexus against Team Cena, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to get to
Unfortunately, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, he's Frank, he's Tro, I'm CJ. This has been